Hey, everybody, it is Coach Tony. It's Monday. Hope you had an awesome weekend. This is actually not Coach Tony. That is not me on the screen, but I want to try and do this. So bear with me. I'm actually going to try and show some video of a gait analysis. And the reason I want to do that is last week I talked really basics of biomechanics. I talked pronation and supination. And I thought, what better way to kind of show that than to actually show somebody running? And this type of analysis, a lot of specialty run shops will do for fitting people. It's something that I did a lot of, and I found it really valuable. So there's a couple things that I want to show. And the first thing that I want to show is how when your feet land on the ground, they actually almost like overlap one another. It's almost like a center line that they land on. So if you ever run in the snow, for example, or snow is probably the best example, and you look back and you'll see your feet kind of overlap one another. So let's just watch this person running here, if I can make this actually play. And hopefully you can see with my mouse here. See the angle that the person's leg comes in at? So what happens is your hips are about this far apart, but look at how the feet are kind of coming on top of one another. So that's the first thing I want to do is just basically show you is when you heel strike or midfoot strike. The point is when you strike the ground, you're setting up at an angle. And let me see if I can't pause this to show you what I mean by that. So let's look at this person's foot right here. He's got a hit on this outside angle. And that's why, like, if you look at the bottom of shoes and how shoes are designed, there's a harder material put here. There's kind of a crack in the shoe right here to kind of prevent a lot of that motion from carrying forward. See if I can't, just bear with me again. Sorry about this. So right there is probably a good angle. So you can see that's where that person's going to strike on the ground. Now, what's happened here is this is in the pronation phase. Remember what I said before, pronation, to think of that as shock absorption. So this person is landing on the ground. The first thing your body wants to do is absorb that impact. So that's where the foot starts to roll in. And let's see if we can't show this one more time. So see how that foot is kind of flat now, but it's landed on this outside heel as we first discussed because of that angle of that leg that's coming in. That's pronation. That's where that foot kind of rolled in. You absorbed all the impact. So the next thing that you want to do is supinate. So let's kind of fast forward here a little bit. Now look at this. Look at where this person's foot's coming off. They're coming off on the outside of the shoe, and that's supination. So all the bones in the foot have locked up, and the foot's now propelling the body forward. So there's kind of two phases when you look at a person's running gait. There's that first phase where you have to land and you have to pronate or absorb that impact, that shock from hitting the ground. And then the second one is kind of the efficiency part, if you will. It's supination. It's where all the bones lock up and you propel that foot forward. So you propel the body forward, I guess I should say. I'll try and probably have to do this next part in another video because I don't want to make this too long, but that's where when you start to look at wear patterns on shoes, it really you can really tell a lot. It's really common to see wear, excuse me, on this outside heel. Hopefully you can see where my mouse is kind of moving. And then there's a little break in the shoe, right? A lot of times it's almost like a little valley. The foam has a break in it. And again, that's to prevent motion going from here through the shoe. But you're going to have a lot of wear here. That's really normal. And then where you look, as well as you look on the front of the shoe. This person with the shoes that they're running in, they have really good mechanics. So this is a good shoe for this particular person. The reason I say that is they're coming off kind of right in the middle of their forefoot, maybe a little bit on the outside. If this person was putting a lot of pressure here, that would mean that they're overpronating relative to what the shoe can do. And over time, you'd see a lot of wear. I don't have my mouse all the way here. You'd see a lot more wear on the inside of the shoe. So quick and dirty video. Time's going to run out, so I don't want to keep rambling. If you have some questions, by all means, please post them. And if I can come up with another way to maybe show this a little bit better, I will in the future. And like I said, I also want to show wear pattern, so you can kind of get a sense of, just looking at your own shoes and learn a lot from that. So anyways, my 5 minutes are up. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.